These are the plaintiffs, Stephen and Elizabeth Peluso. Elizabeth says she came out of her house on her husband's birthday and discovered the defendant's tree limb on top of his car. She went back into the house and was like, "Happy birthday, honey. Your car is trashed." The defendant needs to be a good neighbor instead of the bad one she's being and pony up the money to pay for the damages she caused. They're suing for $1,109.83, the cost of the car repairs. This is the defendant, Savastis Forgaristos, also known as Tula. She says she maintains her side of the tree perfectly, makes sure there are no branches hanging over her house. The plaintiffs, however, don't maintain their side of the tree, and sure enough, some high winds knocked off a limb and it fell on their car. Oh, sorry, Charlie, but she's not responsible. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's accused of refusing to go out on a limb for a neighbor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Stephen and Elizabeth Peluso?
Yes.
You are suing Savastis Forgaristos for $1,989.83 because a branch from their tree damaged your property. Tell me what happened.
It was March 7th. It was my husband's birthday, and I come out of the house, and I see a limb behind his car, and I go over and I look, and the taillight is smashed, and I look, and the tree, the limb, and a few other limbs, but that limb that hit the car came off of their tree. So I went in the house, I got my camera, and I took some pictures, and then I went to work with the camera, and I said, "Happy birthday," and your car got smashed. So
so romantic. Can I see the pictures? Where's the property line? Where that first row of...
the wall.
You see the little block wall,
Yeah?
and that separates our property from our neighbor's property.
And the car is on our, driveway.
So is this a branch that was actually growing onto your driveway?
No, the tree was dead a year before.
A year before, the tree fell and went all over the street.
Wait, the tree itself?
Part of the tree. The tree was dead.
Half of it.
And we have pictures to show that. And then the town had to come down and clean up the tree. I couldn't get my car out of the space, and people couldn't pass on the street. So the DPW came down and cleaned up the tree.
Did they cite them?
I don't know.
Did you ever talk to her about the tree?
No, but when we had tree work done, our tree person came down, saw the tree, went over and approached them, and says that he would remove the dead tree, and I don't know.
Hold on. Is this the same tree?
Yes.
Those pictures right there are from February 2010, when the tree first split and went onto the street.
Was there a hurricane that hit through there, or was there a windstorm, or what was it that caused that to happen?
It just went down.
Okay, it just went down. There was no bad weather or anything.
No, I have the weather report if you
When
want.
that happened, that tree is eviscerated. There's virtually no tree left after that. So that's why I'm asking you, how can that be the same tree a year later? This February picture shows a completely eviscerated tree with nothing but virtually a tall stump.
But the stump keeps going up.
There's another picture of the tree
of a very
afterwards. How tall the tree is. That just a section fell off.
Yes. That's what it was. That was a March 7th picture.
Okay, this one's good. This one?
Yes, that was March 7th
because
also.
this one's close up. The February picture's close up.
Those are also March 7th.
This is March 7th. This is February, right?
That's February.
Okay.
The year before.
So this is a picture. This is a picture in February of 2010 where it looks like all that's left is a stump. This one limb is cut off in the picture. What you're telling me is that this is a picture taken in March of 2011, and that one limb continued straight up.
Yes.
You say it wasn't windy. You handed me a weather report, and do you have a weather report you wanted me to see?
I have a weather report, and I have the news footage on here.
Okay, can I see the weather report?
Yeah. And I underlined where it said 60 miles an hour.
60 miles an hour?
Yeah, wind. And I have this, that they reported to my insurance that was the wind that caused damage to the car, and I circled that on the report.
Wind gusts 60 miles an hour. I mean, tropical storm is 30, what, 9 or something?
That's 60 significant.
That's significant. Why are you saying that there's no wind?
And it does state March 7th.
Look, folks, let me tell you how this works, in case you don't know, which I would hope that by the time you get here, you all have a little bit of working knowledge. There are things that are considered acts of God, and there are things that are not. When there is a windstorm, it's an act of God. But if you have a dead tree that falls down in a windstorm, then you're still responsible. So I don't know why you're quibbling with me on how windy it was, because it's pretty darn windy, okay? And I don't know why you're telling me, well, if there's wind, I'm in the clear, because that's not how it is either.
Well,
No.
I mean, you've had some problems with these trees. This is a tree that in February a year earlier had part of it had broken out. That's a dead tree.
It was
Why
on-
wasn't that tree removed in February?
We didn't know about it, and it was on their property.
Wait, stop. In February of 2010,
I had no idea what had happened to
the
their
city
property.
and your city's so efficient that all that got cleaned up and you didn't know that half your tree was missing? Do you have eyes? Because when
That's
you
in the
come home,
back
you
of
see
my
it.
property. I'm sorry. That's in the back of my property. That's not even in the front
Whose
or
is
anything.
the red truck?
A friend of my son's.
This is the back of your house?
That's the back. I have a driveway that goes from the front of the house all the way to the back of the house
and
to
you
their
never
street.
and you never drive your property length? You never go out the back to see that this happened?
No, I do all the landscaping, the trees.
Did you not know that half the tree was missing in February of 2010?
It is half the tree?
Yes.
No, I did not, no. Because it's not a dying tree. There's nothing right
Are you kidding me? I'm looking at it. It's a dead tree. This
No.
tree needed to be removed then. Then I've got the pictures of it now in March, and it's a very dead tree. You're not doing a good job of the maintenance.
No.
You need to fire him.
It's trees.
Okay, this tree, folks, look, the tree I'm looking at there, that enormous long thing that has nothing else in it, is dead.
Can we see it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now you have a landscape guy.
This is your picture.
I am writing this letter on behalf of
That's on their
Mr. Steve
property.
Paluso.
This is over their property. This is my property right here. This is over their property. I can't go over to their
Can I
property.
explain something to you?
Hold on.
Because she doesn't know about
Hold on. Let me first hear what you said and digest what you said. What is it you're saying?
The left is their property, where the tree is leaning over.
So you believe that they need to go 3 stories up to take out a limb on a tree that is dead on your property instead of you just taking the dead tree off your property?
But I can't go on their property.
Nobody wants you to cut that little limb off. That's not what they want. What they think is irresponsible is for you to have a dead tree on your property
know it was
because
dead.
things like this can
It's
happen.
winter.
In fact, it already happened to that tree.
We didn't know.
One thing is when a limb is going over here onto their lawn, and they want you to keep up the limbs that God made because you did not decide where those limbs would go. Of course, that's ridiculous. You do not, in your lawn maintenance, have to trespass on every neighbor's yard to cut the limbs from property line to skies that are growing over their yards. That's silly. That is every person is responsible for maintaining what is on their side. But you cannot possibly think that that can be interpreted by a responsible jurist to mean that when we take a tree that is dead, that half of it has already splintered off back in February of 2010, that there's no growth on it, and that coup de grace, Mike from Mike's Tree and Landscape Company apparently says that they knocked on your door. Let's see. My company has cared for the trees at your address. The tree in question has been dead for several years. We have made the owner aware of the danger of not addressing the problem. According to you, Mike actually gave them a price to remove the tree. And how much was that?
We think it was about $50.
$50.
Wait a minute. They never approached me. They might have talked to my daughters. I have 2 daughters that live with me, too.
Did you ever talk to your daughters to find out if that happened?
How am I going to ask them if I didn't have no clue?
How could, I mean, if somebody knocked on my door and told my daughters that tree's dead and it needs to be removed,
I wasn't home. I'm
You weren't
working
home
along
when?
the top. When they knocked on my door, I guess, because I
Okay.
wasn't told about
Okay,
it.
how do you know you weren't home?
$50, I wouldn't get $50 for that. Are you kidding me? I paid landscapers to do
You
my
wouldn't pay
whole lawn.
$50 to remove a 3-story tree that's dead?
So if the tree isn't maintained and there's a 60-mile-an-hour wind, are you responsible?
You know, I'd have to say yes.
Because?
Because if it's on your property and you're not maintaining it, then the tree should be okay.
Fair enough, but is 60 miles an hour like an act of God or not?
Yeah, it's an act of God, but I would have to say if the tree was dead and it was on your property, if that was my property and tree, I'd feel responsible. So I think that you'd be responsible.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
I said I would.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, that's a very
If they
reasonable
knocked
price.
on my door, you think I wouldn't get $50
Why
for that?
didn't you ever, just out of curiosity, why can't you knock on the door of your neighbor and say, my landscaper says we'll remove this tree's a problem, and communicate?
He went over himself. He took it upon himself to go over there.
What?
Didn't speak to the
I'm not asking you
homeowner.
that. That would be
Why
why
would-
your landscaper went over there. I asked you a very specific question. Why didn't you guys go over
We
there?
really don't speak.
You're 20 feet away. Was there a problem you're not telling me about?
We just don't speak.
Well, look, I may not have ever spoken to my waiter, but I now have a reason why I have to speak to the waiter. I want to eat. So I look up at the waiter and I speak to him, even though we've never spoken. We have something to talk about now. Now you have something to talk about. Why would you not walk over and say, I know we've never met, but I'm Joe from next door or Steve or whatever, and I'd like to talk to you. I'm just curious because in every other case I've had like that, people have actually spoken. Nothing bad happens when you speak.
We have spoken, but it wasn't on the best of terms. When they moved in,
I knew there was something. Go ahead.
When they moved in, they petitioned the town to subdivide their property. And the neighborhood as a mass, I think everybody went to make sure that that didn't happen because they didn't really have enough square foot and frontage and all that. And, you know, this...
That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I think it does. But I just wanted to know. I knew there had to be a reason. All right, well, now I have my reason. Now here's what we're left with. We have a tree. The tree's on your property. The tree is dead.
How's it?
There is enough evidence here to show that you need to be a little bit more responsible about the damage that can occur, especially in 60-mile-an-hour winds, when you have trees that need removing. Remove the dead trees. Not one or two. Remove all the dead trees on your property. It's a hazard for everybody. Next time it's a person. Done, and done.
Right,
Let me see the evidence. Did you do it? You removed it?
Yeah.
Good.
Everything.
Good. That's what you needed to do.
Because we didn't know they were dead.
Yeah. Well, how do you not know? That'd be fine if I didn't have this. It's
No,
very
no,
hard.
we don't
very
go
hard.
out that way.
All right, I find in your favor in the amount of $1,109.83. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, come on over here. What's your reaction?
Not fair.
Why not?
Because it was overhanging on their property and we didn't know it was dead. That was it. We didn't
Don't you
know.
walk
They
around your
never
property?
know- No, it's
People
the back
leave-
of the property. No.
I mean, there were a lot of clues there. Were your eyes open?
Very.
Yeah. Why don't you just settle this thing and avoid all these bad feelings with your neighbors?
There's no bad feelings. Never were. They just don't talk to anyone in the neighborhood.
That's not bad feelings? You don't have any bad feelings toward them, you're saying?
Absolutely not. Never with anyone.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Follow her right out that way. All right, come on in here. She has no bad feelings toward you guys.
No.
Great.
And I bet you.
No.
No?
Neighbors. We're neighbors.
Hey, you just don't talk to her.
I come and go. She comes and goes.
What is it, mental telepathy? Is that how you communicate with your
Work.
neighbor? You don't have to talk.
Whatever.
So what happens when you see her out in the mornings and you're picking up your newspaper on the front lawn?
Wave. Say hi.
Yeah?
Sure.
Go ahead, say hi to her.
I will. Hi, Tula.
Harvey?
So here's the deal. When you have a precarious tree on your neighbor's property, you should email them, put them on notice of that. I guarantee you they will take action. That will do it for this case. The litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.